I'm Joe, and back in 2023, I was lucky enough to buy my very first home, a 57-foot narrowboat called Lydia. The plan was to give her a complete makeover, inside and out, and then set off onto the inland waterways of the UK. But when I had to get a new job based in the northwest, I realised I was nowhere near ready for the challenge that lay in store. Driving Lydia through 90 miles, 3.5 furlongs, 4 counties and 76 locks to Cheshire.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Everybody cross your fingers.
So, this is the journey of a 23-year-old fool still figuring out this little thing called life as he heads for new horizons. Welcome to the Voyage of Lydia.
Morning all. I'm not quite where I was where I left you last time. Oh, there's traffic. I'm right next to a busy road. I've just been up to the local Tesco Express to get some essentials, and that's the reason why I moved yesterday, was to be a bit closer to some shops, because I needed to get a few essentials like bog roll and bread and stuff like that. But I'm actually in Middlewich right now. I'm stopped just a little ways down from the King's Lock Inn because I could have got up there yesterday, but I didn't want to go all the way because I'm trying to time my arrival at the King's Lock just as my dad arrives, because he's bringing my car back down today. So I'm trying to sort of time my arrival so that I'll be heading up there as he's already there, or as he's walking down the canal to meet me, which will be really nice. So he should be here in about half an hour or so. So like I say, I've just been out and got some essentials, and yeah, here we are, moored up in a lovely little spot. Actually, it's a nice little sunspot, and it's not actually too cold really. It's refreshingly chilly is what I'd call it today. Right, Dad's just rang me. He's walking down, so I'm going to get my ropes off. I've got my front one off, and I'm going to head up there. And this is yet another real test for me and the boat, cruising in ice, which is, it's not fun. It's really not. The noise and the cracking that the ice is making, oh god, it's murder. I really don't like that noise. That's really nasty. Dad, don't push it out so much because I need to get it on the bollard. He's having a whale of a time.
After spending the afternoon with my dad and taking him to the railway station the next morning, there wasn't much I could do until Wardle Lock and the Middlewich branch opened up, apart from start my new job and fight the temptation of the pub each evening. But when the lock works ended 3 weeks later, I was free to go.
Morning everyone. I'm still in Middlewich. I've been here for about 3 weeks now. It's actually 21 days, so it's the same time it took me to get up here plus 1 day I've been stuck here because I've been waiting for the lock to open. However, it's open now. I'm just setting King's Lock in my favour, and I'm about to get down. This is the last leg of the journey, which is a bit bittersweet, to be honest with you, because I've got used to being on the move. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to say just yet. I'll probably figure something out when I'm on my way down there. But yeah, setting the lock, we're just about to get going. Let's go.
However, as I descended down to the halfway point of King's Lock, fate revealed its hand when Lydia's usually trusty and reliable Barrowshire engine sputtered coughed and packed up.
So this is exactly what I f***ing need. Excuse the language, non-YouTube word. But I've been on the go for 5 minutes, I've just got through King's Lock, and I've broken down, which is just brilliant. On my last day as well. I don't really know what to do, but here's the noise that the engine's making. Okay, now for some reason it seems to be running fine. Like, before, it would run for about 10 seconds after I hit the ignition and then sputter to a halt. And I had no revs on the throttle in neutral. But now it seems to be running fine. I've never been more puzzled by anything in my entire life. She just seems to have had a bit of a moment. Alright, sweetheart. What's wrong? When I ease her off on the throttle, she sort of sputters again. Whenever I'm bringing the throttle back, she sputters, but she doesn't die like she did before. Ah, this is the last thing I need. Ah. Coming through the lock, she sputtered and stopped. And we had to pull her out of the lock on the ropes because she'd start, but then she'd sputter and die. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping and praying that she doesn't sputter and die like she did before. Everybody cross your fingers, because I have no idea what's going to happen next. It's like temperatures and pressures look fine. So here on the oil pressure, I'm between 41 and 79. I'm in the right range here, which I'm pretty sure is, according to the engine manual, the standard oil pressure at, I think at idle for a Barrowshire engine like mine is between 41 and 79, so I'm in the right range here. And then temperature wise, it's not running too hot, it's running at about 175. So I have no idea what just happened there. I don't know whether she maybe pulled a clog of muck through or something. There was nothing caught round the prop. I don't know. I have no clue what just happened there. So I think she just had a bit of a hiccup, to be honest. But I'm hesitant to move off just yet. I think I'm going to give her a bit longer running in idle like she is now, just to get warmed up. No sputtering. And then I've got revs back on the throttle. You'll be able to see the needle about there. Now she's running okay. Oh, the joys of narrowboating.
With Lydia seemingly in good health again, I was off, albeit with crossed fingers.
That's the roughest start to a day's journey I think I've ever had on this trip or anywhere. But I'm on the Middlewich branch now. Now I'm just taking it very, very easy at the minute. on account of the fact that it is still a little bit breezy, and you never know when a gust's going to come and catch you off guard, but also because of that engine trouble. I really don't want to push her too hard. I'm keeping one eye on my gauges down there. Everything seems to be fine at the minute. My oil temperature and my oil pressure all seems very good. I'm just sitting on about 1000 RPM, give or take. So I'm not pushing her very hard at all. Even if it takes me an extra hour, an extra 90 minutes to get down to the marina, I'm not putting Lydia at risk, I'm really not. One more lock and then it's a clear shot all the way to the marina. Thank God for that.
A little while later, after making it through Stanthorn Lock, the final lock on my journey, I took a moment to muse philosophically on the events of my journey northward.
It has been one of the most fraught undertakings I think I've ever done. It's been one hell of a journey from start to finish. Like, from the moment I set off from Redhill Marina in Nottingham, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I'd never driven the boat for more than an hour. I'd never done a lock. I had no clue what I was doing when I first set off. And now, a lock, several locks, driving the boat, it's all second nature. It's kind of, it's very weird to think back to the person that I was when I set off, because I'm not that person anymore. And it seems very weird to say that, because of course I am. I'm still Joe, but I'm a different version of the same Joe that I was when I set off from Redhill Marina. And when I think back to everything that's happened along the way as well, you know, it's been a real test from start to finish. The first major hiccup, dropping my phone in the canal, that cut me off from the outside world. I had to deal with that. Breaking down in Stone, which I didn't manage to film because I didn't have my phone. That was a real test. When my water pump burst again, which I wasn't able to film because I didn't have my phone. They were all real tests of, you know, determination, courage, endurance, you know, how much I was willing to take and how much I could take, you know. The lengths that I was pushed to on this journey were just incredible. And I've come out the other side all the better for it, because I've learned so much. Not just about the boat, about Lydia, about the way she handles her moods, you know, if it's a cold day and she has a bit of trouble getting going, the way she behaves on the water, the way she behaves in the locks, but about myself as well, you know, like I said before, how much I can endure before I break. And I did break. When my water pump went, that was I say it was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was more like a sledgehammer coming down on top of the poor thing. But that really did push me, and I did have a few tears at that point, because I didn't know what to do. But having come out the other side of that experience, I now know what to do when something like that happens. The same with the engine. You know, I've learned so much about the way that behaves, and it's a weird one. I've learned a lot about the boat and also about myself as well. And you know, as I'm cruising down this home straight to the marina, it's kind of all sinking in. You know, I haven't really had time to absorb it just yet, because when I got to Middlewich, I pretty much started my job straight away. because my dad met me with my car, and I didn't have time to sort of stop and think about everything that had happened along the way. But now that I've got the headspace to do that, it's all sinking in, and it's quite a lot to think about. At least it is for me. This was the first sort of leap of faith that I did, and it was one hell of a leap of faith. So yeah, when you're presented with an opportunity like this to push yourself beyond the zone in which you're comfortable and put yourself out there beyond the horizons that you thought were your limitations, do it. Absolutely do it. 100% go for it. I am so glad that I did, despite everything that happened along the way. You know, the highs were brilliant and the lows were awful. But they're worth it. They're so worth it. Because you come out the other side arguably a better person, I think. It's not just the good things that shape who you are, it's the bad things as well. Like I've said, it's how far you can go before you break. And I'm not saying that pushing yourself to breaking point is a good thing, it's not. But when it happens beyond your control, then seeing how you cope when you're pushed beyond those limitations is invaluable. It's so invaluable. And I'm so glad I took this leap.
With my philosophical musings out of the way, Lydia and I chugged down the Middlewich branch, inching towards the marina.
You know, despite that little hiccup this morning, even though I can't see where I'm going, it's not half bad, this. It's a nice way to end the trip with some decent weather, and I'm screwing my eyes shut because I can't see a thing. Well, I'm 600 metres from my destination. 600 metres and it's all over. The finish line. I will be sad to not be moving for a little while, because I'm not going to be able to go very far for a little while. I might be able to take the odd day out here and there, but this will be the longest journey that I do for a little while. It's a bit of a funky one. You get so used to your certain way of doing things and you get into your routine, and then, you know, an axe comes down and stops you from doing that, which is quite hard sometimes. But you know, I like to think I'm adaptable. And there's a big old gust of wind. Whoa, that was that was a bit frightening. Big old gust of wind came out of nowhere. But yeah, onwards and upwards. It's not a stop, it's just a slight adjustment.
Until, after 42 days on the road, we arrived at our new home.
Safe and sound. Right, so here we are, home Maybe doesn't feel like it yet, but I'm sure in time it probably will do. I've got my bags. I'm just about to nip back to Middlewich on the bus to go and pick up my car, and then I'm driving home for Christmas. So, deep breath. I've got a bit of a funny feeling in my stomach, I will be honest. I don't know whether it's what I have for breakfast or the fact that I'm leaving the boat for a few days. Not really sure, but thank you all so much. It means the world. I know I said it down at Great Haywood a few episodes ago, but it means the world to me that all of you take time out of your day to watch what I'm doing. You know, I'm a 23-year-old idiot mucking about with no clue what he's doing. So the fact that, you know, however many of you there are, take some time out of your day to be watching this, it just makes me all tingly in the good way. So thank you all for your messages of support and encouragement over the course of this journey. It has been absolutely incredible from start to finish, the highs and the lows, like I said before. But yes, this is it from me for now. Like I say, I'm just about to drive home for Christmas because it's currently the 22nd of December 2023. By the time this goes out, it'll probably be early February or mid-February 2024. So thank you all so much for coming along on this journey with me. It's been absolutely incredible. And now I'm going to go and get a cup of tea from the cafe because I've bloody earned it. So I'll see you lot very soon. Once again, thank you so much. Are you happy with the set design?
Yes, I am.
You are happy.
Next time on the Voyage of Lydia,
Such a queen.
Fraser and I answer all of your questions.
All right, it's Q&A time.
Also, hi everyone, I'm here again.
Look at this. He's in front of the camera again for a change. You can't keep him away.
And I take you on a long overdue tour of Lydia.
Got one on kitchen and bits of the saloon.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.